Okie dokie, so I'm going to be reviewing Pippa's stream from last night because my yelling at her in her chat kind of fell on deaf ears given the sea of shit that is Pippa's chat. This is kind of my due diligence just to educate some people on certain basic things, if nothing else, just yelling some of the safety violations she did that would get people chewed out at work kind of thing. Yes, I'm talking about rocks. Baby rocks, but we'll get into it, so let's see.
A hammer.
Okay, item number 1. Pippa is using, it's a rubber mallet, but it's like, I think it's like an electrician's mallet or something. But pretty much, yeah, both ends of that hammer are rubber tipped, like 2 different kinds of rubber. So it's good for certain things, but not for what she wants to do, because we all saw her eventually turning the hammer to the side and beating it with like the side of it and stuff. And this is kind of like my PSA for using the right tools for the right job. Even using like a basic claw hammer would have been better for what she was doing for this here instead of like a rubber mallet. Even then, I wouldn't recommend it. This is a proper rock hammer. I know there are a couple other companies, but every single geologist I've met in like my 20 years of doing this has always used S-wing hammers. This is the industry standard for hammers. Like, you can find this here version as a 22-ounce hammer on Amazon for like 40 bucks. You don't even have to go all out on this here. If you were just go like the Home Depot and just go to like the tool section, get like a bricklayer's hammer kind of stuff, that would be even better. Because the way these hammers are made is that this is really high carbon steel, so it's like really hard, but it's brittle. So like, for example, like I would use this on rocks all live long day, but after like a decade or so it will wear down, and I definitely wouldn't use it for like hammering in nails, because that's just asking for fragments to go flying everywhere, either the nail or the hammer itself. So yeah, Cinema Sin's ding number 1 on this stream is she's using a completely ass backwards wrong hammer for what she wants to do. I'm not kidding. Like, even just a basic tool hammer would have been better for what she's doing here. No, I'm not gonna do a ding tally. That's way too much effort for me. Do I have a bell on my soundboard? No, no bells.
Bruh.
I'll go with bruh. I'll go with the brows for sound effect. If you're gonna be dicking around and smashing rocks and stuff, like, if you're not gonna be outside, at least be like in your garage or like a tool area kind of thing. Her being at her desk in her computer office and stuff, you're kind of just asking for trouble, because when she eventually does start smashing into rocks and stuff, you see how shit goes flying everywhere and stuff. So, and she straight up says she wasn't wearing her coming up, she smashed for jokes her safety glasses and she didn't end up wearing anything. So that's like a cardinal sin, or a
Bruh.
moment, in that if you're gonna be smashing rocks, right tool for the job, your rock hammer, and then wear safety glasses. I told this story before. I was hammering an outcrop one of my first jobs and stuff, and I was wearing safety glasses, I was using a proper rock hammer, and a shard sneaked right underneath my goggles and went right into my eye. So even when doing everything perfectly fine, you're still going to come across a time where shit happens. There's no such thing as perfect safety, but you need to do as much as you can to mitigate shit happening. And she straight up in this year wasn't doing anything, especially with her eyes, so I'm surprised she didn't take herself out. While I'm thinking about it, so let's say, okay, you have your hammer, you have your goggles, or safety glasses or whatever. Like, I have prescription safety glasses, that's usually good enough for me kind of thing. So once you have your eyes and your hammer all good to go and stuff, say you're inside and you want to smash rocks inside, but you don't want to make a mess. Usually what I do is I have sample bags, and what those are just like heavy duty plastic bags where I'll just shove the rock into it and stuff, and I'll just smash it there. And if you're smashing inside a plastic bag, the shards aren't going to go flying everywhere, the dust isn't going to go flying anywhere. You're going to destroy the bag by the end of you know, taking the boots to the rock and stuff, but it's way better than just having chips flying everywhere and like either, you know, dinging your eye or, you know, like your computer monitor kind of thing. You don't even have to go super crazy with like a geology sample bag, like high mil thickness, like plastic bags. That's nice, but you can just get by using like a heavy duty Ziploc freezer bag. You know, get like the really big extra large ones, and you can just put whatever you want in there and just go to town to it. And it also makes cleanup a lot easier and stuff, since all the dust and shards from you smashing the rock is going to be in the bag. So once you pick out what you want and stuff, like for example her geodes, once you get the 2 main pieces, all the little shards are still in the bag, and you just chuck that in the garbage, and it makes cleanup way easier. Oop, I thought Those dinosaur bones she's gonna open up later, that stuff is like clay and sand with like, you know, like putty kind of holding it together and stuff. So it's not, you know, most of that stuff is quote unquote clean and stuff. But if you're doing real work, like say rock straight from outside, or if you're dealing with hazardous rocks like anything with like arsenic or mercury or stuff like that there, you don't want to be eating or drinking while you're doing work, because try as you might, people have bad habits of, you know, like scratching their eyes, picking their nose, rubbing their face and stuff. You're never going to catch yourself 100% of the time, so it's just easier to remove a vector for you screwing yourself over, and just don't bother eating and drinking while you're dealing with rock. And once you're done doing your work and stuff, you know, go wash your hands before having lunch kind of thing. This is kind of like basic lab slash workshop slash, you know, like industry basic bitch stuff, but it kind of needs to be said. Yeah, and silica dust. Actually, okay, I got a bit of a rant on silica dust. Silica dust, while you're doing like the immediate work, like say, for example, you're just doing a one-off thing like what she's doing right here, that's not super a big deal. Like, it's not a worry for a long-term thing. But if you're working like, you know, an 8-hour shift, 5 days a week, that would add up with time and stuff, and that's kind of a cleaning thing. So you have like, you know, dust bane or wash it down, you know, just like general workspace tidiness tends to deal with that. And some people are actually sensitive, even like low levels of dust. I remember I worked with this one chick, she would always hack up along working in the core shack and stuff, and she had to wear a respirator. And I know for a fact the core cutters we had, they had like a ventilation hood, they actually wore a respirator, and, you know, like decked out in PPE, because, you know, the cutting room was pretty small and they're cutting rock all the time. So even with water rinsing out the cuts and stuff, you know, that place does get very dusty and nasty with time. And on a long enough time span, if you're not being careful or cleaning up and stuff, yes, silica dust will bite you in the ass with silicosis and all the lovely cancer and shit. It's kind of one of those job hazard things. You can't really, like I say, perfect is the enemy of good enough. You're never going to get a perfectly safe work environment, and there's no point in like doing 100% safety. That's just retarded. But you should keep things in mind and do what you can to mitigate things so you can live a long, healthy life.
There's so much stuff in here. Fellas, there's so much. Why is there so much shit in here? There's so much. I just want
Okay, well, I didn't pay attention to this part and stuff. I was kind of wondering the fuck off little tiny cup that she had. I wasn't wondering if it was one of her regular cups, but it looked like it was part of the kit. Like, in my mind, when she said the crystal growing kit, what I was thinking of going into this was this. The original magic rocks I grew up as a kid. Like, I tried looking for the exact kit I had as a kid. I had the kit with the submarine, not the shark. I don't think they make the submarine one anymore, but I remember having that as a kid. And this is what I thought she was actually, you know, making with the crystal growing thing. But it seems what this kit is that what you do is you mix all your chemicals together. Because I swear to God, at the end of the day, this is more of a chemistry kit than a geology kit. So at the end of the day, you mix all your chemicals and stuff, and you stick something in there, and the crystals will grow on whatever you have in the cup. So she put in her dinosaurs, and she's going to get sparkly dinosaurs at the end. So I kind of understand that now in hindsight of what she was doing.
I dig kit instructions. I don't want those. I bought a dig kit. I have a dig kit. All right, crystal grow.
Okay, I just had a thought. So, Pippa being Pippa, this is probably like the main first thing I yelled at her on the stream was that she never reads instructions for anything and stuff. And I'm kind of thankful this is kind of like basic bitch stuff and nothing too overly too serious and stuff. But you know, she's the kind of person who would ignore all the safety warnings and stuff from instructions and end up making chlorine gas kind of thing and stuff. So I'm kind of thankful, surprised, but thankful that nothing really came of her fucking around with this and stuff. But if she ever sees this stream, or Grant ever clips this here, for the love of God, if you're doing like a science kit or anything that's not like plastic toys or anything, please read the instructions. They're there for a reason. I shouldn't have to say this, but it's just like, come on. You made it 20 years. At least you can make it 20 more. On a guy.
Crystal growing powder. Ammonium dihydrogen orthophosphate. Crystal seed rock. Ammonium dihydrogen orthophosphate. Monoammonium phosphate. That both says the same thing. Okay. First aid. In case of eye contact, wash out with plenty of water, holding eye open if necessary.
Yes,
Seek
Pippa,
immediate medical
chemicals
advice.
are chemicals.
In case of skin contact and burns. Oh, are we not supposed to touch this with our hands? Ruh-roh. That's not.
I'm not gonna pause. It's just coming back to the PPE thing.
Right?
If you're gonna be handling chemicals, wear, you know, safety rubber gloves. For the love of God.
Place newspapers or cardboard in a spot where you'll be mixing your crystal growing powder into the hot water. Thoroughly clean and dry the measuring cup, the mixing bowl, and your crystal growing chamber. Gently use your hands to break up any clumps in your crystal powder packet before opening.
Yeah, so just going back in the general workplace thing, it's like, since she's dealing with chemical stuff, that, you know, like the chemicals she's dealing with are not super bad and stuff, but you know, she has a desk, so she, like, honestly, I have a painter's drop cloth for random shit, and that would be like a perfect thing for, you know, like dealing with chemicals kind of thing stuff, because those things are made to absorb chemicals and to chuck out when you're done. But for this year, it would be overkill, but you know, she had like newspaper or something. Like, I know she has her bunnies and stuff, so she could probably put down some, you know, her little pet tinkle mats kind of thing. But whatever.
For any spillage.
Yep, we already covered. She does not read instructions. R.I.P. Wall scroll. Oh, we have many instances of like we average like 2 or 3 times a stream where it's just like, how has she made it this far?
Maybe we'll use this for the crystals. Wait, we should use one of the dinosaurs. I think we should use a dinosaur as our surface for growing crystals. We'll put it right on his tummy.
R.I.P. cheap little dinosaur.
Wait, we should put some of the dinosaurs in here. Fuck you, Iguanodon. You're going in there too.
I actually look forward to when she does an update on this here, because if she's just doing it as is, she's gonna have like a giant clump of crystal and dinosaurs. They're not gonna be individually apart. They're all gonna be glued together with crystals. So that's gonna be hilarious to see.
Oh yeah. Fuck, I'm cracked at this.
Now you're just cracked.
We were supposed to put the crystal powder in first.
Instructions.
I'm gonna pour this back in. Hold on. I don't have. Oh, I do have scissors, but they're all the way over there. Hold on. I'm breaking shit! It's fine. Everything's fine. It's over? It's not over until I say it's over.
Okay, I just had a thought. So this is kind of coming to like workplace safety kind of thing stuff. So when you're gonna do something at work, or like, actually, here's a really good example, firearms. When you're dealing with your guns and stuff, you don't want to have everything kind of just like ready to go kind of thing. You want your gun unloaded, action open kind of stuff. So it's the same thing with your tools and your prep. So what she should have done was read the instructions, have everything on hand instead of running around, you know, grabbing shit and then potentially knocking things over and stuff. So you kind of want everything like an easy reach already, and you know, like no surprises while you're doing things. So that kind of stuff.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Put your nose right up to that. Oh yeah, that's the shit.
Oop.
Okay, you're just...
For the love of God, I know this is like over-the-counter kid stuff. This is chemistry 101. Do not sniff your chemicals, even like when they're dry kind of stuff. I got taught the proper way to smell things. What you do is you don't have your nose over the bottle. You're back a little bit and you like whiff the air with your hand towards you, and you just take like little tiny sniffs from the vapors you're whiffing and stuff. You don't just go in there and snort it like you're Scarface, because that's just asking for trouble. Waft the chemicals. Waff it. Yeah, it's not the end of the world given the stuff she's dealing with and stuff, but it's just, this is like basic bitch safety stuff that people don't get hammered enough for it to sink in. And, you know, like, I teach by repetition and stuff, so like, repeat it enough, eventually it'll sink in. So if I retread stuff throughout this stream, well, it's serving a purpose.
I could actually snort it, but I don't think that's a good idea. Oops, drop something else.
Fun fact, arsenic smells like garlic. So it may smell nice, but it's gonna kill you if you huff enough of it.
Chad, I just need you to count for me, because I don't have a stopwatch. Oop, drop my crystal rock or something.
Having your station ready, including a stopwatch in this case, yada yada. Yeah, cyanide does smell like almonds. Most, like, I work at a gold mine, and most gold mines use a cyanide for chemical separation of the gold and stuff, and yeah, it does smell like almonds. And the cyanide tank has its own separate alarm system, different than the fire alarm system, and they do run tests, and they do sound distinctly different. I remember being in the mill one time, and the cyanide alarm went off, and then everyone was just hauling ass, because, you know, that shit will kill you instantly, so it's just like, alright, get the fuck out.
Let it cool for 10 minutes. Then carefully place the seed rock into the solution. Be sure to center your seed rock so the crystals grow evenly. And then this is gonna take 3 to 4 days. So I'll once that happens, I'll keep you guys updated.
In 3 or 4 days, we're gonna see a reenactment of Steven Universe: The Cluster, just with plastic dinosaurs.
Push that over there, for now. And if it spills, I'm gonna kill myself.
Amazingly, it didn't spill.
I just realized this is gonna make a giant fucking mess.
Yeah, no shit.
Oh dear. Oh god, these glasses are very reflective. I was gonna...
Yeah, so like that bag it came in, like the bag that brick came in.
Oh god. I hope that soda can wasn't full.
Yeah, so...
I just had to intrusive thoughts, I'm sorry.
Yeah, you're
There
intrusive
is
thoughts.
dust all over my pants. I'm going to have to vacuum in here.
Okay, so she destroyed her safety glasses because she's a tard. Whatever. Okay, but what I was going to say was that their brick, like that their clay brick of like buried rocks came in a bag. If she didn't want to make a mess, she could have just kept it in the bag it came in and just hammer the bag and then pick out the pieces as you hammer it. See, like it even came with the solution I said at the start of the stream. It came in the bag. But whatever.
Is that a chisel? I think it is. It's chiseling
Yep,
bits.
she could
It's
use
just like
cardboard
Minecraft
on her
rules.
table.
What is this? I'm not sure what this is. What is this?
Okay, so I yelled at her in chat, and I know a couple other people did too, because she actually did parrot what we said, and that is a streak plate. What that is a little piece of ceramic, which is pretty hard that you can grind rocks up against. Rocks can be different colors, and even if it's the same mineral, it could be different colors. Like, for example, these two rocks are different varieties of hematite, but even though one's brown and one's metallic, once you grind it down to a powder, the streak is going to be, reddish brown. There are many chemical, physical, and other characteristics for rocks and minerals and stuff for easy identification. Like, I can run all these different tests and send shit to the lab and stuff, but it's just quicker and easier to just know what you're looking at and just do a couple of quick diagnostics and figure out what you're looking at. And given enough time, like I know on the right, it's just a basic bitch of hematite that's kind of rusted and stuff, and then on the left is specular hematite. So, I just know looking at them, and I don't even have to look at the webpage where I got this from. And they both streak roughly the same color. So you got like 4 different grayish metallic rocks and stuff, but if you look at the streak plate, you can see they streak like different colors. Like these, like the diagonal ones here, they're like a little brown, and the other diagonal ones are, grayish black. It's really neat. Yeah, hematite's one of the main ores for iron. But streak plates are kind of nice for these little kits because they're cheap. Like, they're just ceramic plates, so they're cheap to shove in these little kits and stuff. And, you can buy a whole stack of them for, like, school and stuff. But they're not really practical when you're out in the field or at your bench, logging core and stuff. What most geologists use is tungsten carbide scribe. So you got your tungsten carbide bit, and for convenience sake, you also have a magnet on the end because you can identify minerals, whether they're magnetic or not. But the main business end of this here is the tungsten carbide tip, where you'll just scrape off a little bit of dust, rub on your finger, take a look. It's like, okay, it's this color, and you can get on with your day. It's quicker and easier and more convenient to just use a tungsten carbide scribe.
Eat it? Fellas, I'm not gonna lie. I don't think that'd be good for my teeth. And my teeth are already...
Yes, Pippa, chew
here's
on
my
the ceramic
here,
plate.
do my teeth with
What
with
could
my knife
possibly
side.
go wrong?
Did you read the instructions? I did not. That'd be a good start. That'd be a good start.
She hasn't yet, so why bother starting now?
Streak plate. What? It doesn't say what the streak plate is for. Place the sample block flat on the table and carefully use a wooden mallet and dowel begins scraping white parts of the block.
Bruh.
Away at the... So I have no idea what the streak plate is. Time to
I explained it so you guys know.
just have at it, boys. Did part of it just break off? It's meant to be like dull, right?
Okay, just a little tangent stuff, like using the right tools for a job and stuff. Like, I know this is a little kid's kit and stuff, so like a little wooden dowel with a tip and a little wooden mallet, so it's okay for the kid and stuff. But if I were to just go balls out on this here, I would just get like a proper chisel and just go at it. I'll mention chisels and other tools again when we get up to geodes, because I have things to say about those.
More hammer! This is an ASMR stream now!
Look at those weak little arms go.
Yeah.
Oh god, this thing.
Put something under it. Why would I put something under it?
To save your table, dumbass.
Ah,
Yeah, the goofy hammer.
it's okay.
I'm gonna get getting used to this sound effect, especially when shit starts flying.
Smith?
Either that or yeet.
Did you get one rock?
No, you just suck.
Sakana, thank you for the however much that was. What's the purpose of what you're doing? What's the purpose of science? Is that what you're fucking asking me right now? You wouldn't know what you bitch, because you run a fucking VTuber company and sell coffee. You don't know what the pursuit of knowledge is, motherfucker. You shut the fuck up and stay in your lane, alright? I got rocks to find.
Face Connect Coffee is its own chemistry kit, if we're being honest.
Alright, how to identify materials. Hardness. This is the most useful identifying characteristic of a mineral. Hardness is tested by seeing if an unknown mineral can be scratched by a material of known hardness. A useful scale of hardness was developed by the German mineralogist Friedrich Maltz. This scale shown in table 1 contains 10... Okay, this is a lot of like...
Yep. Hardness scale is a thing. You're not going to have a 1 to 10 scale in your pocket. You only really need like 3 things. You need a thumbnail for like the really soft stuff, a nail, or a pocket knife for like the medium stuff. And then I also have the tungsten carbide thing, which is way harder and stuff. So once you have a baseline of like those 3 points of either your fingernail, piece of metal, or tungsten carbide scribe and stuff, you can kind of figure out what things are. And a lot of these physical tests are kind of useless unless you got like a really sizable pure sample and stuff. So if you have like a big mix of different minerals inside your rock sample, it's kind of just like, well, I don't know what the fuck each individual ones is. It's so fucking tiny. I can't get a good scratch kind of thing. But whatevs.
All feldspars have 2 perfect cleavage plates that intersect at nearly 90 degrees. Oh my god, what does that mean?
It's so
It's
cute that
cleavage.
the instructions are spelling everything out for her, and she's still like, I don't know what I'm looking at. I have to explain cleavage now. All cleavage is, it's a crystallography thing. So minerals are just elements based in repeating patterns in a crystal lattice, and you got different families of crystals, and the way they break are different from family to family of minerals and stuff, and that's called cleavage. That's really all it comes down to. I know geology has a lot of funny words like cleavage and coming tonight and all that stuff, but it is a thing. You know, get your chuckles out of the system before you get punched in the face down the line for one too many bad puns. Oh, there's so many joke names and terms. Cleavage and coming tonight are the 2 big ones.
Let me make this easier for you guys. Yeah, there you go. There you go.
That's really
That's easy, guys,
fascinating.
right?
Riveting even.
Now it's easier. Oh yeah, there is dirt everywhere. Okay, this
I
one's
wonder
really
why.
cool. It's got like caramel.
Do
kind
not
of.
eat
Or
the
maybe
rock.
it's like a lakescape.
Much like the Mahjong tiles. They may look tasty,
Do not
but
have
do
that
not
as an
eat them.
artist. Quartz? Is it quartz? Is that microplastic? Yeah, that's like there's these new things. There's this new type of kidney stone, but instead of solidified Red Bull, it's all the microplastics coming out of your system. So
She's
yeah,
joking, but
the
that's actually a
microplastic-based kidney
thing.
stone. God, it just does not want to focus. Focus, motherfucker!
Yeah, getting real close-up pictures of shiny surfaces or rocks in general are a pain in the ass. It took me like an hour to get my background picture.
No, I'm not looking forward to cleaning all this. All good. All good. This one's a little...
I gotta get better in timing for
My
that.
brother in Christ. Hold on. This is kind of hot water, but...
Ah, yes.
I'm like preemptively flinching.
Make mud on your desk. Do it.
It's hot! Look at it, it looks like a gummy bear. Look at it, don't you want to eat it?
No. Do not eat the
Talking about
rock.
Eating the rocks. Blood diamond, yeah. It's a blood diamond.
Okay, slight tangent. One of the diagnostic characteristics for rocks you could use is taste, but it's such a corner case and it's limited to the salts, and there are some salts like a dirty rock off the ground, yeah, sure and stuff, but there are some salts that are actually dangerous for you to consume. So outside of like table salt and stuff, you know, you'll taste the bitterness and stuff, but some of that shit's nasty. So it's one of those things where yes, you can, but you really shouldn't, kind of things. That being said, we all did lick the rock salt sample in school and stuff, but it's one of those things like, just don't do it. It's just nasty.
Hold on. We'll just... This works. This works.
It was made in China and it shall return to China in the Chinese food box.
Let's... Oh yeah. Now we're thinking about portals. Okay. Wait. Could I actually snort this? Or like, would that be bad? It's kind of like clay. Chad, I've never snorted anything before. So I don't know what you're meant to do. Please don't. You get cancer? You could try, but it'd be a very bad idea. Would I like need to go to the emergency room, or would it just be like
Just
I'm
because you
for a moment?
can doesn't mean you should.
Incredibly bad. Hospital trip? Okay, maybe we won't do that. Maybe we won't snort the powder.
Yes, inhale the silica dust straight into your lungs and get silicosis, yes. I'm not gonna have a huge tangent about snoring rock. Don't be a fucking retard.
Oh wait, what time are we at?
End of
Oh, yeah,
story.
45 minutes. God, I ended up really
I already covered silicosis earlier in the stream. And that's just from a more pragmatic, practical thing of keeping your workspace clean and not literally huffing the dust.
Yeah.
I know, these little dig up dinosaur kids, there's not really much to say about them and stuff. They're cute, they're cute
And we
and whatnot, but it's just like,
open it like this.
whatever.
Does it? I kind of feel like the dinosaurs actually already been excavated for us.
Cheap Chinese shit is cheap. Color me shocked.
Is it supposed to look like? Is it just kind of already like?
I'm kind of curious if that legitimately is Play-Doh or
Ugh.
just clay. because you have to remember Play-Doh's made of flour. So I imagine that their stuff is probably Play-Doh, just for
Well, that wasn't. You know, I think I'm just really good.
dumbass kids putting it in their mouths kind of thing.
It tastes like sand.
Or it's just clay.
Not good. No bueno. Now there's sand in my teeth. Hold on, let me rinse it down.
I'm not very familiar with kinetic sand and stuff, but you know.
Yeah, that's not good. Don't eat that.
Sand, silt, whatever.
So there's like a.
Whatever's cheap.
That is pretty cute. I do like that. I will be happy to have that on my desk. But the sand shit, I'm not comfortable with. I don't like the sand.
What is with autistic people and textures? I'll never understand.
The shovel is the same color. Not very original.
It's almost like it's cheap, mass-produced crap.
It does slightly. I guess slightly. I guess I would rather touch my own spit than somebody else's. But both are bad.
Can we get off the spit talk already?
I'm just gonna go like this. Ugh. Oh boy, I think we got a pteranodon. I think oh god.
I just love how it just falls apart.
Is this? God, I hate picking up the scissors because it makes me want to cut the cables. But I will not do that because then I would have to replace the cables.
Why are you like
So
this?
tempting. Oh, it actually opened it.
Or you could use your fucking hands.
And
Oh my god, that's even lazier than the last one. I wasn't really paying attention to this point.
oh.
Yeah, at this point I would honestly just go out into a yard, dig a hole, shove something in it, and say, hey kid, go find it. That'd be a lot more engaging. And cheap.
Oh my god, that was it. There's nothing else in here. What the fuck?
Yes.
Because real dirt is dry? Literally
Sounds
the
like
opposite?
it's cheap crap.
Incorrect. It's physically repulsive to touch, chat. Look at
Well,
that.
we know
What
she's
the
never gonna get
fuck?
into pottery.
What the fuck? Ah! It's time for Geode. It's time for Geode.
Okay, like, so I didn't really have too much to say with the little dig kits and stuff, but I do have opinions on this geode thing. So, honestly, smacking open geodes may seem kind of fun, even if you put them in a bag so shards don't go flying everywhere and shit like that there. But honestly, a couple of geodes I've gotten myself over the years and stuff, I honestly just put them aside and wait until I was at work, and I would bring them to work and just give them to the core cutters. It's like, hey, can you cut this for me? All right, thanks. If you don't have access to like a diamond core saw or rock saw or whatever and stuff, honestly, just get yourself a bricklayer's chisel and just put your geode on the ground, get your bricklayer's chisel, and just chisel it open. It won't break perfectly. It'll probably shard pieces and stuff, but it's a hell of a lot better than what she's going to end up doing here. Ugh.
All right. No more goggles.
Yes.
I should actually wear them. Hammer time. As if I have not used the hammer enough. It is
Moments
indeed
before
hammer
disaster.
time. All right. All right. Is this hammer gonna work with this? I just realized.
Bruh.
Ah, there goes the submarine.
Yay!
You guys see that? Fellas, spoiler warning. But the Sea Hond sank.
Yay!
This was really painful to watch at the time. It's not any better the second time around. Okay, she has the right idea by using a chisel, but that little wooden dowel is not going to cut it. And being on, you know, her desk. I legitimately do want to yell at whoever told her to turn the hammer sideways and use the side of it.
Unless I can cane enable this. Ah, fuck.
It almost escaped. Freedom was had.
Use the side of the hammer. Oh fuck.
I hated this.
You're fucking serious.
I cringed.
Oh my god. Oh god, it's like shooting pieces. I see why they said to wear goggles now. Ah.
Well, it's less flight risk and more the hammer engineer, like the engineering that went into the hammer was not meant to be hit in that manner. Like, okay, pause. So tools are made to be used a certain way. If you use them improperly, shit will go wrong. Like, yeah, in this case, it could, like, the hammer itself could crack, because that's a weak point. Like, the stress point's at the end of the hammer. Like, even though it's a rubber mallet for, I think it's an electrician's hammer kind of thing. But even still, like, the stresses for the metal of the head are, you know, directional to, like, the head, but not to the sides. So yeah, if you were to take the boots to it and stuff, she could legitimately probably crack the hammer in half and, you know, have, you know, shit go flying. And that's beyond the fact of the rocks going flying, you know. But yeah.
Cooking.
Oh god.
Oh, uh-oh. I turned off my monitor.
Bruh.
We're back. want to break.
It was never meant to be.
Pippa, use a real hammer. This is a real hammer, asshole. All right, fuck you.
It's a real hammer, but for not for this job. It's not just that she's hammering on the table with her electronics. You also have to remember she has that glass of the plastic glass of chemical crap.
I got myself on cardboard. It's not bad though. It's not bad. It's a light cut. It's fine.
Cardboard paper cuts suck. Can attest.
Fellas, I was at Target. And I found something wonderful, chat. I found something that I would never buy if I didn't have a group of fellow retards to validate my terrible purchases.
I'm not gonna validate your purchases. I'm gonna call you just a retard.
What I have for you today. Look at that shadow. Look at that shadow.
I'm kind of with popular opinion so far for the stream, in that the entirety of the stream was just to justify this one purchase. This one thing. As long as she's having fun. Alright, fuck it, we're done for that. So yeah, like I didn't really have too many critiques for this stream, but like the ones I did were kind of just like, largely came down to like basic safety stuff and a couple of random geology factoids. Next time Pippa does a rock stream, you have to stream snipe so we can hear you get angry. Okay, yeah, none of us thought of this ahead of time. If I had like lead up time, I probably would have live stream sniped it, but we'll just keep this in our back pocket for next time if she ever does something like this again. Okay, funny ending. I don't know, I'm kind of on the spot. Give me something to work with. Mad Libs, go. A man walks into a rock. Okay, the more I think about it, the man walks into a rock is really growing on me, but I have to say it with gravitas. A man walks into a rock. Please clap. Pippa falls into a rock. Now, if we're being completely honest, Pippa's more than likely to eat pavement just from tripping over her own 2 feet. She's so stunning and brave, I know. She's our little tired internet sister. I said my piece as far as the review goes. Again, it wasn't really that bad, but, you know, a couple of the safety things, that was mostly the stuff I was yelling at, was just the safety stuff for her own benefit. And of course, there's enough retards in chat, there would be monkey see, monkey do, because if, oh, Pippa could do this, I could do it too, herpaderp. It's like, yeah, sure, go take out your eyes. Oh yeah, chat's eternal suffering gives me hope. I think that's about it. Yeah.